one deserves this more than you. And we're going to miss you every day, of course. You inspire us, you keep us laughing, you keep us fed. You're sort of the heartbeat of the organization, of course, our office.
I know. And I just want to say, that every one of you have touched my lives too. And I've been so sad thinking that I'm going to leave, but I'm happy because it's a wonderful thing. But I'm really going to miss every one of you too, and I'm just really going to. And thank you. I just hope in some small way I did help every one of you when you needed me. That's all I hope. And if I was really in a bad mood, because sometimes I can be that way. I didn't mean to hang up on you. That bounces. I love you all very much. I really do, and I thank you all for you just being there for me as well. Thank you.
Well, I just have one story.
Oh, Judy, go ahead. Let it rip, Judy, let it rip.
No, I didn't plan this, but I just thought about it. I remember, well, she came to CDD, and oh my God, we instantly fell in love with her sisters. But when I first started working here, it was 10 years, I worked there 10 years, so it's 11 years ago. I remember answering the phone. Community Development, this is Judy, may I help you? This is Lorraine from the city manager's office. I need, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, wait. Sean, Lorraine called, she needs this. Like, and I used to get that from time to time as well, so it was like, Lorraine just called, oh my God, what do we have to do? Kathy, pull the plans. Judy, oh my God. And then I got to know her. She's hit her by her bargains.
And then you ignored her like the rest of us did.
Yeah, screw it. Lorraine called me.
There's a true statement, and it says, be nice to everyone on the way up, because on the way down, you may see them. So here I am on the 5th floor with all, 5th floor calls. You don't go to the bathroom, you drop what you're doing, the 5th floor. So now things change, and I'm off the 5th floor, and I'm in the 1st floor.
Her back was killing her. Kathy was killing. We were all killing her. She's like, oh my God.
And I walk into the office there, and I go, you know what? I can do this. Listen, it's not how I planned on going out, but I can do this.
It's true.
But all the people are planning and development, and that's one thing I'm never going to forget. How each one of them wrapped their arm around me, and without a single word being said, they were just there for me and supported me. And let me tell you, they nearly did kill me. Because there's no way at our age you could just go, plant. They were like, Ray, we'd like you to do the filing. I said, oh, I can't. The table was filled with plans. They were from 1990. No one ever filed from 1990. Remember, I was like, how are you supposed to file these now? Just burn them. Just take them and burn them. They were like, no, we can't do that. We have to file them. It was a tough job. But, it was just introduced me to more wonderful people who I didn't get a chance to work with, so I'm appreciative of that. Thank you for being there and catching me when I was falling, because she was, you're going to do this. You're going to be okay. Just stand up straight. That was cute.
Terry, I think you have a story.
Well, I started the day after Wilma. So I get to work. First of all, I come to City Hall and there's no one here.
Because there's no City Hall.
It had collapsed the back. And I find the police officer who says, go to 777. I have no idea how I found that building because I get lost going home. But I made it in high heels after a hurricane, and she's at the door. I didn't know where to go, nothing. It was chaos. And she's like, Terry. And she just...
You work here now.
Yes.
Remember you interviewed in City Hall? It doesn't exist.
She was my first friend at the city. And I remember I was so poor, when I took the job here. I really wanted to work for Sunrise. That she knew I was poor, and every day,
I fed you.
she took me home and gave me lunch every day for like 2 years.
And we didn't need salads, I'll tell you that. But that's a true story. And then Terry and I used to work at 777 on the agendas till 11 and 12 o'clock at night, and she turned me on to lemon pepper chicken at Publix. And I ate lemon pepper chicken. She goes, man, when you like something, what do we have tonight? We're having lemon pepper chicken. We're having lemon pepper chicken.
And I was single at the time, so I had a few blind dates. And she was just always there for me, and like anything with work. I mean, I'd call up here desperate because I worked at City Commission. And she'd be like, please hold. I'd be holding for 15 minutes. But she always helped me with everything I ever called her about. Till this day, you know, if anything happens at work, I had a new chief, you know, and I was scared, and she was like, you got this, you know. And I don't know who I'm gonna call. You're still gonna call me.
Ghostbusters.
So I'm happy for her.
Thank you.
She's worked very hard. She's the city know-it-all. And
Oh,
I'm taking
yeah.
that place.
That's right.
I know-it-all too.
I love you. I love you too.
Oh.
Is that the phone?
Okay, so I'm gonna say something.
Oh,
Lorraine.
Lord, I'm scared.
No.
Should I go under the table?
Actually, I'm really gonna miss you, Lorraine, and I mean that sincerely because I was gonna be so quiet up here.
I know they have asked me to check my.
Yeah,
hearing
she
a few
told me
times.
this. She told me this morning. She said no, she's gonna miss the fact that I turn on the heater, but I'm turning on the heater because I'm cold too. But I really am gonna miss you, and I know that you're going on to bigger and better things. I mean, what a way to go out, man! You're not 70. My God, you know, it's a blessing, and I wish you nothing but peace. And of course, we'll stay in touch. And I'll miss you. I'll miss you.
And I'll miss you too. Thank you. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your support. We worked together beautifully. We had each other's back. And I appreciate that. I think Rosemary might have a story or two.
I don't believe it.
Twist my arm. You know, one of the things about leisure services, and it's kind of like the old Kevin Bacon thing, 7 degrees of separation. Well, Lorraine has 7 degrees of separation from leisure services, and I just mentioned it to her earlier. I said, you know, I first had her boys in kids' days off and mini camps, and Matthew, I'm telling you, he was a handful. And then they graduated from being campers, and then all of a sudden, we had a lifeguard.
Imagine that.
And
you
so,
had two.
what's that?
And you had two lifeguards.
Yes, but Michael stuck around a little longer.
Right.
And when I went over to the senior center, I don't know if any of you know this, but Lorraine's mother was a senior aid volunteer through one of the county programs and worked every single day at the senior center. And so, you know, you get to see a little bit of the mold that Lorraine was cut from, and we all, you know, we loved her. We all said, you know, it was our Lee, because her name, she went by the name, you know, Lee. And her father we got to know because back in the day of Pat Salerno, and this, you know, we used to have to, he started the Sunrise Loves Our Seniors dances, and we used to have to take them out on the road. And many of us who were working at that point either went to or attended or worked at a Sloss dance. And when we went to Sunrise Lakes Phase 3, very often Lorraine's father was working as the security guard at the front desk. So of course we always made sure that the staff were fed as well with whatever we were having. But Lorraine has always wanted to be in leisure services. And she wears her event planner hat very well.
Yes.
So what you may not know is back in the day, Lorraine did the city employee, the dinners. And she and Carol would go out, and we'd just see Carol like be bopping out and going, Lorraine to do menus and do balloons, those clear balloons with the stars they had to have every single year, tied to a point setup. Lorraine still does events with us, and she still comes out and does City Hall Express. When it's Woofstock, she's got her dog on her lap doing City Hall Express. But Lorraine and Carol and
Beth, and I don't remember who else was in that crowd at one fateful employee dinner, discovered lemon drops, and they officially after that became one of the drinks of leisure services. So I won't go any further than that on lemon drops. I'll keep it. So Lorraine, you'll always be part of leisure, as will the rest of your family. So we'll miss you.
And it is true, when I started working here, my Matthew was 3 and Michael was 6. So my mother would help me, because I was a single parent, my mother would help me with the kids, but camp was such a godsend. And how we had to learn how to maneuver that, because we weren't allowed any special preference. We had to come in, remember, with everyone else.
Well, it was the kids' days off with Matthew, and he thought he was the bomb diggity with the girls, so.
But I used to get them in the camp, and every year they were in the summer camp because I had to work. And then they developed into lifeguards, so. And Maddie was a handful, I know. I used to get many calls. And we're not sure if we're going to fire him or drown him. We'll let you know. I'm going, okay. Please, whatever you do, don't fire him. Drowning under his plane. But he was a tough one, I know. But he has fond memories.
So we'll miss you, Lorraine. Thank you.
I love you.
We gonna eat cake?
Well, yeah, you can crack the cake in a minute. I'll just tell one quick story.
Yes.
So, I've known Lorraine since I started working here, but I came for the interview and got off the elevator. Oh, hello, you must be Emily. Yes, hi. I'm Lorraine.
So we just chatted a little bit, and I went in for my interview, and I came out, she's like, how did it go? I was like, I think it went okay, but I didn't know the answer to one of the questions. She goes, oh shit, I should have told you. I didn't know the answer, I would have told you.
That's true, I've never said that.
Remember that? So it was more than 3 years ago, and that was
It's been a blessing.
the first thing,
You've been
yeah.
a beautiful,
You're
beautiful
like-
friend
she's like
and a
my
beautiful
sister.
co-worker.
Yes.
Beautiful friend.
You're not going very far, so.
Not at all.
I know.
But I have to tell you a funny story. Because of the way the front lobby is set up, I always refer to myself as the Johnny Carson. Because I feel like I'm behind the desk and my guests are there on the couch. And, back in the Pat Salerno days, you would come for a meeting and you'd wait an hour and a half. So eventually you're just dying to talk, and I'm there ready to listen. I can pull things out of people that are so deep inside of them, like men telling me, oh, I don't know, my wife wants another baby. What do you think? I don't think I should do it because of, so the things that really pull out of people when they're waiting to go into a meeting, it's very, very funny. And it just was a trustworthy kind of thing. Like, hey, Lorraine, so anyway, and then how you doing with that situation? Oh, that's okay. So it was actually, it was like, I felt like it was a Johnny Carson show. They just lined up on the couch. Like, you're next. You're still out there. Oh, geez, how much longer? So it was fun. It really was fun. That was with inside people and outside people. So.
Well, let's go ahead and cut the cake. Lou, did you get a picture of the cake?
I did. I know I got a video, not a picture.
And we're also gonna throw a big private bash on